Hi, this is Phoenix Genesis for PhoenixGenesis.com and my husky service dog who's going to be hitting the trail with me. So I want to show you his setup. Finally we have a sunny day. It's not raining. It was raining and hailing and lightning and flash flood warnings, so I decided to get his pack all ready. So first up, this slides on top of the pack, and this is I'll take this out for a minute. This is, I use this for myself as well. This is a little over 1 ounce sit pad, and it's reflective on one side if it's cold, and then on the other side it's white if it's hot in the desert. And this is going to be for Jake. He's going to carry one of these. I'm going to carry one of these. I put this under my Neo Air. Amazing sit pad. I don't want the dog to get arthritis and just be on the ground. Then I wanted to get the Polycro, and I found out that the duck insulation, window insulation, is very similar. Unfortunately, we went to Lowe's. They didn't carry it. I haven't checked Home Depot. I really don't want to order it online. So I have used these plastic drop cloths. I like to double them over. They're 9 foot by 12 foot. They rip. They only weigh an ounce, but anyway, it's just something to throw over the dog if it's raining, or throw underneath the sit pad. So this slides, goes in like this, so that doesn't rip, and then that goes on top. I'll show you how I put that in. Then next up, this is the pack, and I'll get to this bag in a minute. I don't want this to blow away. Give me 1 second. It's very windy out here still. So here is the backpack. I haven't taken the tag off because I want to show you before I cut it. This is made by Roughwear, the same ones that make the dog booties that I have for my dogs. And it's the, if you can see this, it's called the Single Track Pack Dog Pack, and I got it in large, extra large. Jake weighs 55 pounds, the same as my retired service dog, Ray, the English Shepherd, who's 11. And I've gone through several packs on the PCT. Ray had just a blue pack that was pretty cheap. I got it at Adventure 16, and it just slid around. It wasn't really secure, and we put too much stuff in it. Then he didn't carry any pack in the Sierras because he was old and he had arthritis, so I carried everything. I was the Sherpa for Ray. In 2017, Jake had a really nice pack. I forgot who made it. Unfortunately, that was Ray's pack, and it was Ray's a retired video game celebrity as I am, and he got his pack signed to second pack for the second year before we retired him. So that's got all famous signatures on it. That's not going out of the house. So then last year for Jake, we had a $30 pack we got from, it was either, I think, Petco or PetSmart. I forget who made it. It was horrible. It just ripped right away before we even got the Lake Morena. So I wanted something really good. Roughwear holds true to its name of being rough. Now I could have got a bigger one that comes in green and orange that I could put a lot of food in, but since I have to carry Jake's food in the Sierras anyway, I'm just going to get used to carrying his food. I want him to carry his water. I just can't. Water's heavy. I can't carry his water, and if we're separated for some reason, again, like I don't want him not to have water. So this pack is just absolutely perfect for this. I can hold up to 4 liters, and I'll show you what else I carry in here. And this pack, if I forgot to mention, I got it in REI. It was like $89. It is pricey, but well worth it if it's going to hold up on the trail. So these are just from Walmart, these little water bladders, and I'm probably going to change these clips out for the Metolius climbing clips I use on my hammock. Also, I use them on his dog leash, on his harness system, so I will swap those out. I just stuck that on there for now. These are the ones that come with it, and they hold 1 liter each, and you under rubber band them, and each one flaps on the side, kind of on his rear shanks. That works fine. Now on the inside, on this side, now again, I've showed a video why I don't use smart water bottles. Another reason I don't use the smart water bottles is 1 liter smart water bottle doesn't give me room to put anything else in, but 2 of these half-liter Arrowheads actually allow me to have a whole liter of water plus other things in there. So another thing I have on this side is I am carrying the Sawyer for him. I use bleach, but I want to be able to just you know, he may not want the water that's bleached, so we're just going to go with this. And this little Believe It Nexon bottle, I got this at a video game convention for free. This, instead of carrying a smart water bottle, this baby screws on the Sawyer perfectly. So it's enough that I can put the water in there, then fill it, pour it in here, and then have him just drink right out of the Sawyer. This will prevent, also squeeze it for him. This will prevent, almost like a baby bottle, to prevent him from spilling the water, because dogs are very sloppy when they drink out of a bowl, And in the desert, if water is a precious commodity, I don't want him wasting it on the ground and not having enough water. Fortunately, we have a high snowpack here, so there's a lot of water, so we don't have to do those big water carries. Then on this side, we fit another 1 liter of water. Now, what I like about these, as I said before, they're completely inflatable and collapsible. So in the Sierras, if there's a lot of water and he needs to carry some extra food just to carry our snacks for the day, so I don't have to keep going in the bear can, these scrunch right down and then and they blow right back up again. And I've never had these break last year on the PCT. They were fantastic. So going back here now, also I have roll of poop bags, which are for town, leave no trace. And then I'm able to fit a 8-ounce, which Jake loves, a Barney Smooth almond butter, no salt, no sugar, great stuff. And I could actually probably squeeze in a little container of coconut oil in here. There's enough room as well. And a couple dehydrated snacks as well for the day. And then lastly, I put an extra copy of my campfire and my PCT permit. I carry one, and then I have one on him with the information that I am a disabled hiker, and my dog is for signal and mobility. Signal is hearing. And that if we get lost, I don't always get cell phone reception. My boyfriend's name, our home office landline, if they need to contact him, my cell phone number, and my emails on here. So it's everything in that. Jake is current on vaccinations, his age, his breed, very important in case something happens. And last but not least, and I'm not bringing a rain jacket for him. I have a rain jacket. They tend to chafe, they tend to fall off, they rip, on sagebrush, and he's a husky. His hair, unlike my English Shepherd that dries very quickly, it's made for like snow and rain, so he should be fine. I have a couple bandanas I can dry him off with. He should be fine on that, so I'm not going to do the raincoat. And lastly, 2 things, the service dog patches. I could have bought a dedicated service dog pack. They're twice the price, and I just want the rough wear better. All the packs, I usually just get the patches. And again, if your dog is not a real service dog, please don't just get these and put this on fake it. First of all, it's illegal. Second of all, it makes it horrible to have an untrained, non-legitimate service dog in a national park, causing problems for me and my true service dog. So please, please, please don't fake your service dog. I've seen people fake their service dogs, get vests, bring them on the trail, and 200 miles later, by the time they're idlewild, the dog's paws are ripped open. They've collapsed on the trail from heat exhaust. One fell off Fuller Ridge with the hikers, and they had to carry it 100 miles through the desert after that. I mean, just please leave your dog at home. PCT is not a very forgiving trail like the AT. Take your dog on section hikes, that's great, but through hike, please no. And then, okay, so going back these patches, so I have 2, comes in a pack, and I just sew those on the side so they're visible so people can see that he is a service dog. Although the ADA specifically says you don't need to have any pack or vest or markings. It just makes life easier because the average person doesn't know that, and it just lets them know I do have a service dog with me. So that just helps a lot, to have that. And also, again, more identification on the trail is always good. Then, lastly, what I did is I went to the dollar store. These things are great, and I just got these, I think they're called Easy Heavy-Duty Storage Bags. So what I do is I'll fold this up, and this will go, the SIP pad will go in here, and then the SIP pad it slides in through the top of here in the pack like this with this around it. So this prevents it, like Steve said, this will get all scratched up from plants and sagebrush. Plus, I don't really want it wet either if I'm going to lay it down and Jake's going to be under the tarp with me. So I want to be able to keep this dry for him. And so that'll go on there. And then when we're done for the day, then, I like to hang the pack because it does have some traces of food smells, and I don't need a mouse chewing through my expensive pack for me or my dog. So I have one of these for each of us, and then it just has a clip, and I can take the clip from the water bottle, clip this up, hang it from a tree, and then it's good to go. It's protective. It's raining hard. I can just, it seals very nicely, and I can go ahead and put this, and we can sleep with it. And I can actually use it as insulation underneath me or underneath the dog as well. It's not going to hurt the pack for us. Anyway, so that's it. I hope that helps you. Oh, another thing too, I want to show you on Jake's leash system. Last year I had a cheap carabiner and it broke, and my dog was got lost, went to a ranger, got stolen, ended up at a shelter, big nightmare. So I went and I got a really good strong leash. He's broken 4 cheap leashes, so, and I put knots in. This is a 6-foot leash. I don't want it 6 foot, I want it 4 feet because it gets tangled when you're trail running. And also by having these knots, it gives me extra grip. My left hand's good, I'm left-handed. My right hand was crushed by a car when I was injured in 2011, so I need that extra grip with the knots. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 knots in here. Here I have a clip with this non-locking carabiner from REI that I can, you know, clip to anything to give me more hands-free movement. And then on the bottom here I have a locking REI carabiner. I forget who makes it. I think it's Black Diamond. It was like $10. This one I think was $5, and I have that and the clip the leash comes from, so I clip it on 2 different parts of the harness. This harness is a bright orange, which helps him make him visible, so he doesn't accidentally get shot by there's archery and, you know, rifle season on the trail a lot. I saw that in the Sierras a lot last year and this year, so I want to keep him visible. And when he has his pack off, he's still visible with his harness, and in case the pack breaks or I can't use the pack for some reason, then I still have a harness system for him, you know, as well as having his collar. So and his collar is kind of breakaway. Not actual breakaway collar, but it'll come off just in case he gets snagged on something on a river crossing. I want to be able to have that collar come off. And that's another reason I carry his information. Also, I carry it on my phone, and I carry his information with me and in his pack, in addition to his collar, because anything could happen to the collar. And he is microchipped, but I also want that information on paper. And again, the permits are in a sealed waterproof bag, so they won't get, you know, hopefully wet. And by carrying the PDFs on my phone with a USB stick, if I get to a trail town and they do get wet, I can always print out extra permits. So I hope that helps you guys. If you do have a service dog, or just even you want to do section hikes with the dog, like how much does the dog really need like us? We can all be ultralight. I can't expect to be ultralight and then make my dog not be ultralight. So having said that, I'm going to get out and train. I haven't gotten to train. It's been raining so hard, Phoenix Genesis. See you on the trail. It's a month away.